Alrighty drumming community, it's time for another Drum Teacher Reacts video. One thing that I can promise you already is that this is gonna be the best YouTube video that I'm gonna release today. Alrighty, I got my glasses on, makes me look a bit smarter, and yes, I'm getting older, I start to need glasses. So today we're gonna watch a live drum cam from Max, drummer of Crisium, and the big question we're gonna try to answer today is Max really that good, or is his drumming just messy, especially the double bass in combination with the blast beats? So enough of that intro, let's start right away. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty, let's do this. Well. Okay, first interesting topic, snare positioning. So his snare drum is positioned really high. So what you can see right here is that he always sticks his arm out like this, like a chicken wing. With his snare positioning, you know, the snare being so high, it's really tough to play the snare like that. It's way easier to get more power that way. Alrighty. Tama Iron Cobra pedals. Have to stop again. So let's listen to this double bass part again in slow motion. I'm talking about this section right here. Okay, what you can hear is that he's playing a triplet subdivision with his feet, eighth notes with his hands. So in slow motion it sounds like this. And a bit faster it sounds like this. So basically the faster double bass parts are all triplet bass. So now let's continue and let's wait for a regular blast beat with double bass. Talking about this part right here. Triplet double bass, but 60 note subdivision with the hands. So this was the topic that I mentioned in the beginning. Is his drumming messy and chaotic, or is it brutal? So if you take the time to check out some of his YouTube videos and make the mistake of checking the comment sections, you got many wannabe professional drummers telling you that Max's drumming is messy because the kick drum and the hands are not played in unison. What he's doing is he's playing triplets with his feet while he's playing 60 notes with his hands. Unison strokes like this, while playing eighth note triplets underneath with his feet. So the big challenge right here, and actually that's not that easy, is that you want to play it perfectly on time with your hands, 60 notes, and eighth note triplets against that with your feet. So when I prepared myself for this video today and I wanted to work on those triplet subdivision with the feet and 6 notes with the hands, at first I started with the eighth note triplets with my feet and just playing quarter notes with my right hand. Then adding in the left hand. Then I switch to 60 notes with the hands. So at the 1 and the 3 of each bar, my right foot and both hands are playing in unison, and that's kind of my guideline to keep that stuff consistent. So the big question right now is Max just floating with his kicks and playing as fast as possible with his hands, or is he playing tight eighth note triplets while playing 60 notes with his hands? So let's listen to this bomb blast section again in slow motion, because then it's easy to find out if he's that tight. Yeah, that was easy to hear. Yeah, he's perfectly tight, so he's dead on. So that's the answer to that first question. Is this just chaotic, or is this extremely tight? Yeah, he's extremely tight. He knows what he's doing, and this is just some extreme example of extreme, brutal death metal drumming. Alright, so enough with the talking. Now let's continue watching the video. Awesome. tom setup is also pretty interesting, both toms extremely high. There can hit again, triplet double bass. And extreme beta swing. So Max is a lefty, left-handed drummer, and actually I'm kind of envious of that, because if you're a lefty you got the possibility to set up your drum kit in a way that your hi-hat and your ride cymbal are on the same side. Another drummer that comes to mind is Robin Stone, drummer of Diamanta, Australian drummer, and he also got his hi-hat to his left and also the ride cymbal to his left. This is extremely awesome because these guys don't have to switch between open-handed playing and crossing the hands like that. They are always playing open-handed. It doesn't matter if it's on the hi-hat or the ride cymbal. Ha! I stopped at the exact perfect point in time. Alright, one other YouTube comment was about the question if Max is using a bass drum trigger. Yes, he's hitting extremely hard, but what you can see right here to his left on the screen is a Roland TM2 drum module. That's a basic, easy to use kick drum module that many drummers use that only trigger their kick drum. So I didn't see a bass drum trigger on the bass drum hoop, but since I already see the Roland TM2, I'm guessing that he's using a bass drum trigger, and it also sounds like a mix of bass drum trigger and microphone. By the way, the word Roland is also extremely difficult for me to pronounce correctly. The letter R is haunting me. Alrighty, let's continue. So one thing I really like about Christian is this switch between extreme brutality, drumming, you know, blast beats all the time with double bass underneath, and then switching to parts like this one with just regular 16-note double bass. So I really like the switch from a crazy fast bomb blast all the way to the groovy 16-note double bass. Alrighty, let's continue. Double bass just keeps on going. So yeah, let's talk about his foot technique for a bit. I know that at medium tempos his upper leg is moving up and down, but this is because he's raising and lowering his heel. So that's just a result of him contracting and relaxing his calf muscle like this. So basically, if you just place your feet on the floor and quickly contract and relax your calf muscle, you're gonna raise and lower your heels like this. That's exactly what Max does when he's playing double bass. So no upper leg involvement, no hip flexor, and also no shin muscle, the tibialis anterior. You don't need it for that kind of stuff, guys. I think those were the only 10 seconds of that song without double bass. And back to the brutality. It's too bad that you don't hear the bass guitar in the mix that well, so basically you just hear a guitar solo and drums, kind of missing the bass here a little bit. Awesome. No, this song was, until now, it was like almost non-stop blast beats, and he's not losing power either with his hands or his feet. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, alrighty, so yeah, Max is the man. This is not some chaotic, messy kind of drumming. This is extreme brutality, but he knows what he's doing and he's extremely tight. I still hope that one day after this COVID madness has stopped, I'll be able to invite Max to the Drumtechnik Academy office to have him teach at the Drumtechnik Academy. Still got my fingers crossed. We were already in touch via Facebook and I still hope this is gonna work out this or next year. Alrighty, drumming community, that's it for today's video. If you want me to check out a certain drummer next in this Drum Teacher React series, then comment below. For those of you who are interested in taking your double bass skills to the next level, make sure to sign up for the free double bass masterclass. Link is also below in the description. That's it for today. I'm going to practice right now. Have a great day. Cheers from Vienna. Bye bye.